Hey Virgo, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot and welcome to your May 11 career reading. I'm super glad you're here. Everybody is welcome in this space and I'm sealing it with good intentions and positive energy. Feel free to reach out if you'd like me to send you some of that good energy, if you'd like prayers, and I encourage everybody to chip in. We can all help each other, right? We're going to get right into the career reading and then we're going to move into love and stick around to the very end. That's when we get advice from tarot. And we only take the cards that volunteer themselves. If they fly out upside down, I read them that way. All right. Starting off, we have this zippy card, Page of Wands and the Fool. Man, you know, I just did Cancer and Leo's reading and they are getting the Fools all over the place. So this is a time of expansion. This is a time for you, Virgo, to keep an open mind and be up for adventure. Because it's coming at you. Opportunities this spring are coming at you in career to maybe start a project, something new that you've never done before, maybe start mastering a new set of skills. It's going to be different for all of you guys. Anything else we need to know for Virgo has a really fresh and exciting feeling. And if you need to apply a set of disciplines around that to make sure that it stays structured and not too chaotic, then more power to you. What is this Page of Cups in? So this could lead to a very big picture for you in terms of stability. But we're getting this, what is this? Okay, so somebody in your midst that you might be having disagreements with, it could be a work partner, somebody in your team, basically. Even a client possibly, might be a little difficult. There might be an immaturity there. And it's just because there's maybe a creative block. Maybe there's some fear around that, or I'm hearing the word procrastination. It maybe appears as a procrastination. And in fact, there's just a little blocked energy there. So it might be leading to a little conflict. Yeah, and I would say that this energy is a little self-absorbed. They get caught up in their own reasons for things. So let's go back onto this awesome energy that we're getting right here and learn a little bit more about it. This fresh start, this creative new beginning we have. It feels like it's almost out of necessity. You're developing a new plan. So that necessity for some of you guys is because you're simply not making enough money for the amount of work that you're doing currently. Some of that necessity for others of you is coming from your work environment. It's just that it's not moving forward in a healthy way. There might be somebody in your team or somebody you're collaborating with that is not allowing it to move forward for whatever reason. But so the Fool energy of this new start, this new open-mindedness that you're being encouraged to embrace is coming out of a place of necessity. But there is you are reaching in May a really fun environment for plotting and planning, putting together a plan. So, you know, the ship hasn't left the harbor. Just told Leo this. The ship hasn't left the harbor, but it's like you're stalking it at this point, right? You're looking at the journey, you're mapping your way, your course. And we've got a very interesting energy here with the Knight of Swords. This could be somebody who is very outspoken, who needs to talk. A communication needs to come through to you. Whoa, you know what? We're not going to be able to take that because it's just too much. Let's just start that over. What is that all about? The world. Yeah. Ending a chapter and starting a new one. Communication is going to take place. Somebody's coming forward, quick thinking, bold ideas, but we've got the world, which is suggesting, you know, that definitely any open-mindedness that you keep about this whole process is going to work in your favor. Also, you may be traveling. You've got 2 travel cards here. And not to mention that the Fool can sometimes be read as a travel card. Being open to even working with others that are so different than you. So that's coming forward. Let's get an idea of what the cards want to advise you in career and money for our Virgos. Queen of Cups, Nine of Rods. Who's this Queen of Cups? Okay, so this Queen of Cups is who is going to be coming forward with communication. Remember a little bit ago I said there's this communication, this bold idea, this wants to come forward. It looks like it's somebody who might be, they might be more on the introverted or quiet, creative side, but they're coming out of that quiet place. Maybe they were quiet because they were processing their emotions, or they're something creative. Either way, they're coming out of that. And that could be you in this case, because it's in your advice column. There's, what's this Nine of Rods? There's a tenacity coming forward here in your advice. Nine of Rods is talking about sticking with something, sticking with it. And it's coming out with the Seven of Rods, which these are both very much like hold on to your, like fight off the doubts, hold on to your belief that of what can occur, what you have to offer a situation, tenacity, you get the idea. Self-conviction, that's what I wanted to say. Advice for my Virgos, self-conviction. We have Two of Pentacles. You may feel a little overwhelmed, but that's also another example of when it's going to be really helpful to keep an open mind. You know, stepping back, holding on to your convictions, fighting off any doubts, and you're going to be busy. Knight of Rods. Who is this Knight of Rods? Beautiful. So although you're starting this new journey, you're not doing it alone. It might have been out of necessity that you had to start the journey, start thinking outside the box, start thinking creatively and open-minded. And that's quickly going to lead to possible travel, working with others who are different from you. And one in particular who really looks like they may be a great comrade in all of this, because they have quite a bit of energy. And when things get a little overwhelming, they'll continue to help you keep that vision. There may be travel and quick communication happening with this person. So we definitely have, in your advice, somebody coming out of a place of introvertedness, of quietness, somebody coming out, being willing to talk and move this wheel forward. We have not yet occurring, but the beginning of possibly a new collaboration. If you feel a little overwhelmed, know that two heads are better than one, and that this really fast, these messages coming forward to you very quickly in May are going to help you with that. So stay open-minded. I'll keep saying that, but you're not alone. You've got these people around you, which is really cool. All right, so that's your advice for career and money. We're going to move on to love. And at this point, we're going to use our same decks. I'm just going to kind of freshen the deck, neutralize them. We're going to start over with them for your love reading. If this is resonating, if you're getting anything out of this, hit that like button. So let me know, let me know I'm doing something right. But also let YouTube know, as that's how they decide who they're going to push forward in the algorithm. It just comes down to that, unfortunately. But it also makes me feel good. So there's that. All right. So love for our Virgos. Love. Whoa, right out the hatch, we've got the Hermit flying out upside down. Love for Virgos. Hermit is ruled by Virgos. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that when I get these cards out. Okay. So, sweeties, if you're feeling a bit lonely, a little bit isolated, there was a harsh ending. So this is talking to the Virgos out there that have experienced bad news, hard ending in a relationship, maybe a bad breakup. And there's a sense of it's always darkest before the dawn, and it will be dawn soon. Currently, there's nothing anybody can tell you if you're not willing to listen. And the Virgos I'm speaking to are in a place where that's difficult to fully do with an open mind. Like the Virgos I'm speaking to are very much still in that space of isolation or devastation. But things are changing, and I'll tell you how. 8 of Cups, will tell me more about that. Okay. The cards are speaking really bluntly. Somebody has been, wow, over and over again, they just keep on saying the same thing. So somebody's basically not willing to see another perspective, not willing to get advice on something. This could be you or somebody else. But there's a stuckness in this situation. Now, there is a time for every purpose, you know? There's a time for everything. And this person who I'm speaking about, they're not going to change, open themselves up, be open and willing to get out of isolation by connecting with advice or connecting with help and others until they're ready. So with respect to that, what's happening is it's creating a sense of abandonment, even possibly literally, somebody walking away. What's this Hierophant here for? This could be a marriage, because the Hierophant represents institutions, and the marriage is a big one of that, or a big meaning of the Hierophant. But we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is turning around. So the rules are changing. There's going to be a flow all of a sudden. Something soon is going to open this back up to flow. And it's going to be very much reliant on whoever it is that is feeling stuck, not willing to receive advice or open their mind to other opinions or what have you. The Justice card comes out, and that's a really beautiful sign. It means that whoever the Justice card comes out for, the truth and the honesty is coming forward in a situation, and it's going to, especially if things are contractual and legal in this reading, if they're connected to that, it's going to play into your favor. So there's a sense of being able to finally close an exhausting chapter with this. It looks very much like it could be contractual for some of you guys. So if there's been a hard ending in love, so for some of you guys, this isn't even romantic. Sometimes it has to do with family. But if you're fighting in court or anything, don't worry that things will start to flow in your favor, that things will start to budge and move, even though they might seem a little hopeless right now. What's this? You know, I don't think I need any more clarity on that. Let's get some more clarity on these things flowing again. Beautiful. It's because it's going to close a chapter because it's like their mind has changed, because a new alternative has been put in place. So sometimes flow can't happen when you don't have a reason, when you don't see what's the point of, let me say it, put it another way. Sometimes things can't move forward when you just don't see the path, when you just don't have a path to replace the blocked one. And that is the case here. When we're in a devastated place, there's a lack of creativity. There's a sense of being stuck in that cave, of emotion. And the only light that can get into the cave is finally when another alternative appears. Like, oh, there is an opening to the cave. I didn't realize that. This is not just a big dark room. This is simply something I could walk out of. And so that's the beautiful silver lining of this reading, is that the light is going to appear in the cave. the entrance will appear, and it'll be far better than the alternative, than sitting in that dark, dark room. But sometimes, in order to even see the light, one has to become so miserable in the dark room by themselves. Does that make any sense? So let's get advice from tarot and love for our Virgos. Advice. Ten of Swords. Second time you've had the Ten of Swords. Okay. Gotten them twice in this reading. So there is definitely a really tough ending. Get it? What about this Ten of Swords and advice? The Magician. What is that type of flower that grows out of the worst places? This is the rose coming out of the sidewalk. This is out of this dark place. You know, just like the cave, all of a sudden the entrance appears. It's always darkest before the dawn. That is literally, word per word, the description of the Ten of Swords. It's always darkest before the dawn. Sometimes, you can't have the light without the dark. So this Magician is coming out of the woodwork. The Magician is incredibly resourceful, but also creative. You're going to be seeing solutions. You're going to be able to see the way forward. There's going to be some strong boundaries. You're being encouraged by tarot to tap into that Queen of Swords energy. What is that Queen of Swords? Just to make it clear that it's not a person, that it's actually an energy. The Hermit. That's your card, baby. So yeah, you're being called to draw some strong boundaries, some strong outlines moving forward for yourself, for others. You can be diplomatic, but you're going to probably communicate those boundaries in a very clear way. We have Ace of Pentacles and Six of Cups. This is grace. So this is a generosity. Now it might be an eye roll to somebody else, but for you in this context, it's going to be generosity. It could be coming in the form of money and support. It could be coming in the form of somehow a gesture of support. That's the best way I could say it for all of your scenarios, because all of your scenarios are different, but that's reading the energy. So there's a sense of like, allow things to kind of move in their natural direction. Have faith that you have this ability in you to manifest solutions and a forward movement. And you are also going to draw those lines in the sand, the boundaries. You're going to be able to say what you need with the energy of the Queen of Swords. When she's on your side, man, no one's going to cross you. And she is on your side because guess what? That's the Hermit right there. That's you. So if you've had any difficulty whatsoever drawing boundaries or speaking your truth in the past, it's not going to be the case in May. You are going to see a gesture of support, whether that be money or a gift. That is really cool. So anyway, I'm sending you off with love and light, and I'll see you very soon for your next readings. Take good care.